Hey guys, you would have sweat once here, bringing you another gameplay commentary. The gameplay in the background is a 27-1. It's the closest I've come to a nuclear medal. I was on a 22 gun streak when a sniper shot me in the arse. I had a look in theatre mode and as always he was 2 foot to the right of me and the hit marker was bigger than my head. I know that's probably not like a major thing to any of you that have played the game because you probably all sat on a dozen or so nuclear medals. But for me, my highest was a Ruthless at the moment. That's the highest I've ever been to. I never really put my try-hard panties on when it comes to Black Ops 2 to try and get any sort of medals or achievements. So I'm a bit behind when it comes to everyone else. So I did hit my first Relentless medal in this gameplay, so I was very chuffed about that. And it was also my first time using a new class setup. I was using the MTAR. I don't know if anyone's noticed recently on Black Ops 2, but the MTAR seems to be an absolute beast. Seems to have no recoil whatsoever. And I normally have stock and fast mags. And I was playing with Stotting Mad. And he was showing me that on his AN94 he runs a suppressor. And for me I thought that's not really going to work on an assault rifle. The damage will get reduced way too much for it to be effective. But I thought, I'll try it for this gameplay, and it actually turned out to be one of the best moves I've done. So, shout out to you, Stotting. Thank you very much. The commentary today is going to be on Titanfall, and I know the game's been out for 2 months, so this commentary is at least a month overdue. But like I say, I've not been uploading, in the last month because I've been trying to get my YouTube channel to a more professional. I've purchased my Elgato now, which I'm recording my gameplay on. I had to buy myself a brand new PC because the old laptop that I was using once I got my Elgato, just basically Elgato was too powerful for the laptop to be able to handle. The first time I tried to download the software, it absolutely crashed my laptop. So I had to buy a more powerful one, and I'm not the richest boy in the world, so it took me a while to save up my pennies. But I finally got there, and now I've got a new laptop which is capable of handling what I could do on the Elgato. So I'm just now fiddling around with all the settings. Thank you, Evil Matpot. He's given me big help with my specs and my settings for color correction, Sony Vegas. So hopefully, the next coming weeks, you'll start to see a big improvement in the quality of my videos, both audio and visually. So anyway, back to the commentary. Sorry, and that is going to be on Titanfall. Like I say, it's been out now for 2 months, and I don't think it's a bad game, to be truthful. I've played it a few times with my friends, and I think it is fun. I think it's definitely got the fun factor about it. For me, it is quite different to Call of Duty. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but I don't play it like Call of Duty because I feel like it is a different game to Call of Duty. The mechs are they called? The machines, they're a nice touch. I understand why people like pilot on pilot mode because they do kind of get in the way. But I think all in all, it's a fun game. Now, before it came out, Titanfall had a lot of hype about being the next big game. The next gen consoles were coming out, it was exclusive with Xbox One. It was supposed to be the game that everybody's going to be talking about for the rest of the year. Call of Duty Ghost had killed itself, it was dead on arrival, so Titanfall kind of had an open playing field, it kind of had the rest of the year to itself. They could have easily dominated the market. But as usual, when it comes to a big game and when it's got a name behind it like Western Zempella, it got a lot of attention very quick. It got a lot of attention before it even came out. And for me personally, I think that's what killed Titanfall, was the hype. There was so much hype about it before it came out. And that was, partly down to how bad Call of Duty had been feeling for the start of the year since Black Ops 2 and then Ghost. There wasn't a lot of people that were looking forward to any other game. Like Titanfall was the one to reinvigorate your gaming interests. And yeah, so when it came out, a lot of people just felt like it wasn't the game they were expecting. But like I say, I put that down to the hype. There was so much expectation on this game, making us feel so much better about Call of Duty. I think that was why it was a dead on arrival. It was proclaimed to be, the COD killer. And I don't think one game, the very first installment of a franchise, if Titanfall turns into a franchise, I don't think the very first installment was ever going to kill off another franchise. Get my words muddled up now. Franchise, yeah. Maybe Titanfall 4, Titanfall 5, if the game improves and you listen to the community. That might be when you can say, right, this is a COD killer. This is going to be the last COD we ever play because Titanfall is just too good now. But for the very first game to have come out to kill a 10-year-old franchise. I don't really think that was realistic in itself. But I think with all these claims of what Titanfall could be, the game never actually, lived up to any of it. So what it turned into was a fun. It's not got very much modes, guns, etc. It's quite limited, but it's a fun game. It's kind of fast paced. I think it's just basically fun. Titanfall was just about fun, and so many people wanted it to be a more seriously better game than COD that a lot of people ended up being disappointed with it. Me personally, I think it is what it is. Titanfall is a fun game. It's a laugh with your mates. It's probably more fun than Call of Duty at the moment, but it's not got that addictive factor than Call of Duty. As I proclaimed in one of my last videos, it actually tends to make people go back to Call of Duty for that competitive edge. This is just for more fun. This is your relaxing time. Call of Duty is where you put your work in. So that's my thoughts on Titanfall. Sorry for the lack of uploads recently, guys, but like I say, I'll be back on the grind now. Should be uploading daily quite often, so look forward to your sub boxes getting spammed. This is You With A Sweat Once, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.